Good day. It is June the 10th, and today we continue in Ruth 4, doing verses 13 through 17, and Proverbs 10. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Begin Ruth 4, starting at verse 13. So Boaz took Ruth, and she became his wife. And when he went into her, Yahweh gave her conception, and she bore a son. 14. The woman said to Naomi, "Blessed be Yahweh, who has not left you this day without a close relative, and may his name be famous in Israel." 15. And may he be to you a restorer of life and a nourisher of your old age. For your daughter-in-law loves you, who is better to you than 7 sons has borne him. 16. Then Naomi took the child and laid him on her bosom, and became a nurse to him. 17. Also the neighbor women gave him a name, saying, "There is a son born to Naomi." And they called his name Obed. And he is the father of Jesse, the father of David. So he is King David's grandfather. Boaz being his great-grandfather. Verse 13. So Boaz took Ruth, and she became his wife, and when he went into her, Yahweh gave them her conception, and she bore a son. They got married and had a baby. "14. Then the woman said to Naomi, "Blessed be Yahweh, who has not left you this day without a close relative, and may his name be famous in Israel." This could refer to a close relative, could refer to both Boaz and the child. And they're saying they want the child's name to be famous. I should say Boaz and or the child. 15. And may he become a restorer of life and a nourisher of your old age. For your daughter-in-law, who loves you, is better to you than 7 sons has borne him. So your daughter is better than any number of sons. It's around 7 is a round number in Hebrew, and it's a blessing. I'm telling you. Remember when Naomi came back, they said call her Mara, which means distraught and cursed and stuff like that. So they're saying you're blessed now. 16. Then Naomi took the child and laid him on her bosom. That's accepting the child. And she became a nurse to him. 17. Also the neighbor women gave him a name, saying, "There's a son born to Naomi." And they called his name Obed. Obed, that's it could be an abbreviation for servant of Yah or servant of El, Obadiah. And this is as much Naomi's son as it is Ruth's son, because it concerns the bloodline. Tomorrow we will finish up Ruth, which is not going to be long because it's just a bunch of begats and all that. So, and then Saturday we will start Ezra, which looks interesting. Proverbs 10. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish son is the grief of his mother. 2. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. 3. Yahweh will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he thrusteth away the desire of the wicked. 4. He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. If you're lazy, you're going to be poor. 5. A wise son gathereth in the summer, but a son that does shamefully sleepeth in harvest. If you sleep in harvest, you won't have anything. 6. Blessings are on the head of the righteous, but the mouth of the wicked concealeth violence. 7. The memory of the righteous shall be for a blessing, but the name of the wicked shall rot. 8. The wise in heart will receive commandments, but a prating fool shall fall. If you're wise, you will receive God's commandments. 9. He that walketh uprightly walketh securely, but he that perverteth his ways shall be found out. 10. He that winketh the eye causeth sorrow, and a prating fool shall fall. The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but the mouth of the wicked concealeth violence. Righteousness is life. Righteousness is right standing before God. 12. Hatred stirreth up strife, but love covereth up all transgressions. 13. In the lips of him that has discernment, wisdom is found, but a rod is for the back of him that is void of understanding. Sometimes discipline hurts, and it's physical. 14. Boy. Wise men lay up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is an imminent ruin. 15. The rich man's wealth is a strong city. The ruin of the poor is their poverty. 16. The wages of the righteous is life. The increase of the wicked is sin. 17. He is in the way of life that heedeth instruction. You're in the way of life if you listen to God. But he that forsaketh reproof erreth. 18. He that hideth hatred is of lying lips. He that uttereth slander is a fool. 19. The multitude of words there wanteth not transgression, but he that refraineth his lips is wise. 20. The tongue of the righteous is of choice silver. The heart of the wicked is of little worth. 21. The lips of the righteous feed many, but the foolish die for want of understanding, because they don't know what to do. 22. The blessing of Yahweh maketh rich, and toil addeth nothing thereto. When God blesses you, he blesses you. 23. It is a sport to a fool to do wickedness, so is wisdom to a man of discernment. So as it's fun for a fool to be wicked, so it is fun for wisdom to come to a man of discernment. 24. The fear of the wicked shall come upon him. In other words, he's afraid he'll get caught. He's afraid he'll be punished. It'll come upon him. And the desire of the righteous shall be granted. The desire of the righteous is more righteousness in doing God's work, and that will be granted. And the fear and desire are basically the same word, just the outcome are different expected outcomes as far as good and bad. 25. When the whirlwind passes, the wicked is no more, but the righteous is an everlasting foundation. 26. As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is a sluggard to them that send them. Yeah, they're lazy. And they're very irritating. 27. The fear of Yahweh prolongeth days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. 28. The hope of the righteous is gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. 29. The way of Yahweh is a stronghold to the upright, but a ruin to the workers of iniquity, because they will crash and break their heads upon it. 30. The righteous shall never be moved, but the wicked shall not inhabit the land. 31. The mouth of the righteous buddeth with wisdom, but the froward tongue shall be cut off. 32. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked is all frowardness. I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Remember, Jesus loves you. So do I.